Hey everyone, in this video you'll discover how to make your own custom branded intro for your YouTube videos just like this one or any other videos where you need an intro. And we are going to create it using Camtasia 9, so let's get started. Hey, it's Steve Green here, and if you want the tools, the tips, and the strategies to create an online affiliate marketing business, then you've come to the right place. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and click on that bell so you're notified whenever I put out my weekly content. Alright, so I'm in TechSmith Camtasia 9 right now, and let me show you two different ways that you can create your video intro. First, I'm going to show you how you can use a free template that you can get from Camtasia, and then I'm going to show you how you can modify that template to create your own video intro. So what you want to do is you want to go to Library, and then you want this to go to Camtasia 2019, and you can see there are different templates that you get with Camtasia, but what I'm interested right now is intro. So if I click on the intros, you can see there are many different templates that come with the program, and if you want to see what each template does, you can just double click on it and then you'll see what it does. So for instance, corner circles looks like this. And let's pick another one. Simple Bright Title 3 looks like this. Now there are other Camtasia intros that you can get for free, and what you would do is you'd go to this download more assets and it takes you to the TechSmith Camtasia website. So if I go click on intros here, you can see the different intros. Some of them are already included in the Camtasia program, others aren't, like this one right here, the circles, those rainbow dots. And these are free if you create a login, but there are others like down here, keep scrolling, that you have to buy a description. So let's go back to Camtasia and use one of the preloaded templates. So let's go back to Camtasia. And the template we're going to use is this Simple Bright Title 3. So I click on it and then drag it to this track here. So it's on my timeline. And let me just play it for you so you can see what it looks like. So it doesn't have any of my fonts, my color, my title. So let's change that. Now what you want to do is click on this little plus, and you can see that this particular intro is made up of 4 different tracks. So the first track is, let me bring this over here so you can see, this first track is this bottom rectangle. The next one is the top rectangle. This one here is your title here, and then this is your tagline here. So let's change the titles first. So let me click on this, and I double click on it, I can just start typing. And I want to change this to my font. So if I highlight this, come over to the properties and look for my Poppins, which is my branded font, and then click on that. Now let's come over here and double click on your tagline here and change this to my website URL. And highlight this, make it Poppins Extra Light. And then make sure it's centered still. There we go. Now if I were to play this, it has my name and my website URL. So now let's change the colors of this, because it's yellow is not my branding, the orange is. So if I were to click on this bar down here, come over here and then pick my orange. Now if I were to play this, I'll play it slowly, you can see that it starts off yellow, goes to orange, and then goes back to yellow. Now how do we fix that? Well, when you're changing the color, if you want it to be a uniform color throughout the whole animation, you come over here up to the properties, and you have to click on this little toggle here. When I click on this, it'll say, so this button toggles edit all animation mode on and off. I want this to be on because I want this to affect all of the animations. Now, if you want to learn more about how you can do custom animations, I have a video, and I'll leave a link up above where you can go check that out. It's an in-depth look at how you can do animations. So now when I click on this, let me move this over to the beginning, change this to the orange so that it's orange throughout the full length. So now it starts orange, stays orange, and ends orange. So I want to do the same thing with this top bar. So let me click on this, make sure that this is toggled on. Yes, it is. Click on this, pick the orange color. Now let's see how this looks. All right. So that's a really easy way that you can use one of Camtasia's templates to do a simple customized video or intro for your videos. Now I want to show you how I created this animation, this intro, using a custom template, but I modified it. So let's play this. So I added sound, I added some more elements, I added my logo. So let me show you how I did this. So let me delete this right here and then move over here. So what I started with, let me go back to the library, go Camtasia. I started with this template right here, which is Minimal Elegance Title 1. Let me drag it over to the timeline, move this over. And this is what it looks like on its own. It doesn't have any sound, it's red, the font's different. So I want to show you how we can take a custom intro like this, or how we can take a template like this and make it a custom intro. First thing I want to do is I want to ungroup this so you can see the different elements, because there's more than 4 with this specific intro. So let me right click on it, and I'm going to go ungroup, and then right click on this because this is another group, and hit ungroup. So you can see this is made up of 6 different tracks. So I have this shape coming down, I have another shape going across, one coming up, one going across this way, and then I have 2 different texts. I have this one, your title here, and your title here. So let's start with the your title here. I want to double click on this one, and I'm going to make it my name. Going to have it be my font. So go over here. It's going to be in Poppins. I want to change it to the orange. Click over here. All right, so I got that. Now I want this right here to be my website URL, so I'm going to double click on it. It makes sense blog.com. And I want this part here, let's just make this orange. And we'll keep that part white. And I want this to be Poppins, and I'll make it the Poppins Extra Light. And I want it to be a little smaller. So now let's play it and see how it looks. All right, so far so good. But if you remember, on this one I had a white background. So to do that, what I did was I came over to annotations, clicked on this box right here, and had this box through the whole animation. Now, if I were to run this, all you're going to see is a white box. So what I need to do is right click on it and arrange, and I need to send this to the back. So now if I were to click on this, so now I have a white background. So the next thing we need to do is change the color of these lines. So I'm going to come back here, I'm going to start with shape. Now if you want to work on one line at a time to see that it works correctly, you can hide these different tracks by clicking on these little eyeballs so you won't see them. So let me just do that really quick. And you can see now that this bottom shape is, oh, that's the shape actually of this whole box. Let me hide that. I'll leave that out and then unhide that one. So now you can see that this shape is this line coming down. So I want to change this to a darker gray that I have. So the first thing I need to do is make sure that this is toggled on up because I want it to be a uniform shape throughout the whole animation. Come over here, click on the dropper, get my gray, which is 3A, 3A, 3A. Make sure that it's through the whole animation. So if I play it, it is. Okay, so now let's do that to the other lines within this animation. So I'm going to hide this one, do the next one. So I'll hide these. Come over here, make sure that this is toggled on, and it is. Grab that gray. So now if I were to play this, all right, so it's that gray. So let's hide that, unhide this one. Come over here to my properties, it's toggled on. Always make sure that this is toggled on if you want it to be the same uniform color. Otherwise, that is just going to drive you nuts. It's a little tip that I have for you. Okay, so let's hide that one and do the last one. So I want this to be the gray. Well, let's see how this looks. Okay, so now we have this how we want it, but let's unhide everything. I don't think there's anything in those tracks. So let's come over here. Ooh, I'm going to unhide everything. And let's play it and see how this looks. Okay. So far so good. But let's come over here and you can see that I have some other features. One is I have sound, which we will add last. I also have the letters exploding instead of swiping off to the left. And I also have my little logo come up. So let's add those features now. So let's first make the letters explode. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click on this little arrow here to show the effects. Click on it. And then I'm going to go to out, and then I'm going to go to this, the style, and change this to explode. So now when this text leaves, instead of sliding, it should explode out. And that one does, so let's change this one, same thing. Let's hide this so I can see this menu. Click on this little arrow, click on that, go to out, style, sliding, explode. So now let's start here so you don't have to watch the whole thing. So these should explode out. Oh, the other thing that we didn't do is you can't see my .com because the background's white, so we forgot to change the color of this to that. There we go. Much better. Okay. Okay, so now I want to have my logo show up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this end, these explode after the shapes disappear. So now if I were to start here, you can see that as soon as the lines disappear, this is going to explode. Now I want to add my logo, so I'm going to go to my library where I already have my logo downloaded, go to default, find my logo, and then just drag it here. So I want to make this no longer than 7 seconds. So what I'm going to do is play it. My logo shows up, but I don't like that transition. So what I'm going to have it do is I'm going to have it fade in and then fade out and make this 7 seconds so it's not so abrupt. There we go. So let's see how this looks from here. And then it fades out. So the last thing I want to do is add the sound effect, the music. So I'm going to go back to my library, find the downloaded audio file, which is right here, drag it over here. And in this one, I don't want it to be so loud. I want it to start soft and then build, and then fade out. So if I were to play it, you can hear it's uniform throughout the whole intro. I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is drag this down, double click on this, and then double click on this, drag it down, and then make sure that I trim this because it's too long. Come over here, split, and then just delete this. So let's see how this looks. Play it from the beginning. All right. I probably want this to start a little bit sooner, so there is some music playing during when the logo appears. So let's do that, and then we have to trim this here. So let's bring it to the end. Split all. And let's play it one last time and make sure this is how we want it to look. All right. Now if I want to save this and make it available to every single one of my videos, all I need to do is come up here. Let's first delete this one. Hit select all, edit select all, and then edit group. So now it's in a group. Now I can right click on this group and add it to my library. So I can make this, it's in my default library. Let's make this intro best or something like that. So I remember what intro this is. So now I have it over in my library and I can use it whenever I'm creating new videos. So there are endless possibilities when you're creating your own custom branded intro using Camtasia, either by modifying an existing template or creating your own custom design. Hey, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you go smash my face so you don't miss any of my videos like this. And if you want to learn more about Camtasia, make sure to go check out this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.